Okay, today we're just going to look at the YARC, what it is and how to administer it. The YARC is the York Assessment for reading for Comprehension. It is an Australian normed reading age assessment. It is not something that you would do on a regular basis. At the most, you would do this every 6 months. There are 2 forms in this book, so if you've done Form A midway through the year, you would definitely use Form B at the end of the year, so the children don't learn the test. Now, with the YARC, the first part of the YARC is to administer the single word reading test. So the child is given a copy of these words and you have a marking sheet. So this is quite easy, it's quite quick to do. You could get a teacher's aide to do this. So the child just reads through the words. If they are correct, put a tick. They're not, you just put a dot in that cross box. You don't really have to record how the child gets that word. You can if you want to, if they know the word, but if they've decoded it, you can note it if you would like, but there's no real need for this. Some of these words are quite difficult. If a child gets down to 20s and 30s and starts getting many of the words incorrect, you can actually stop the test and ask them to go through, and if there's any words that they know or they'd like to have a go at, rather than making a child read every one of those 70 words if you know they're not going to get them. After you have the single word reading test, you then look at the chart. If a child got 41 words correct, you know that you'll have to start on a reading level 4. If the child only got 25 words correct, you know that you have to start at the reading passage number 2. This is when you give the children the passages, go to the book, find the corresponding passage and let the child read. Now with the YARC, it's not just an oral reading test, it actually assesses their reading accuracy, their reading fluency, their comprehension, their literal comprehension, their inferential comprehension, and their vocabulary. So after they've read the passage, you will be asking them questions. I usually say to the children, I am going to ask you questions after you have read, so make sure you are listening to yourself when you're reading.